You are listening to Apex1Radio. Stay with us for the best bet in the new wave of communication. Apex1Radio. Get informed, enjoy, and learn.
This is here on Apex1radio, the edition of June the 19th, 2017. It's a Monday evening here in the city of Columbus. A rainy evening, of course, but then we're keeping it funky here in the studio. Maxwell Ajay is also at the other end. And producing this show, my name is Ernest Kanjal, will be joined right ahead by Ken Shalimode. But for now, we have our two first guests, actress Merlisa Determined, international actress, of course, who has been accompanied by the director she's currently working with in a Hollywood production. And both the artist and the director now join us. Merlisa and Joseph, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you, Ernest.
Thank you.
So how are we today?
I'm great. I'm really excited to be on this radio talking to you once again. You know, it's always a pleasure, Ernest. Thank you for having me.
It's always a pleasure to have Merlisa on the airwaves. Joseph, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This is exciting.
That's great. It's our pleasure to have you on the program. So, where are you guys currently speaking from?
We're actually in Houston, Texas, filming.
Oh, okay. So, the film is being shot in Houston.
Yes, currently.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And so, we shall be talking about how to get away with cheating. That is the title of the film, I guess.
Yeah, how to get away with cheating.
Okay, so we're going to come back to this title, which from first impression, it may look really controversial, but then we'll get to know the story just right ahead. Merlisa, once again, you're welcome. I understand that you've been silent for a while. What has been going on?
Well, I've been silent with you for a while, but I've been constantly keeping busy, working on some different projects. Recently, I think you're familiar with, I just finished wrapping up The Candidate, which stars Oscar-nominated actor Eric Roberts and another Hollywood actor by the name of Anthony Ray Parker.
Okay.
And we just wrapped that up. It's basically a political drama type of movie, which I'm really, really excited about. But even more so excited now that I'm working on this new project with Joseph Elmore that I'm so excited to be working with on how to get away with cheating.
Right. All right, Joseph Elmore, once again, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Joseph, tell me, is this the first time you're working with Merlisa?
First time working with Merlisa, but I think we've been trying to get together for a while now, but schedules haven't met. But now we finally got a project that we both like, we're both excited about, and she's killing it right now. She's killing it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you.
And how did you discover this actress?
How did I come by Merlisa?
How did you discover this actress?
We met at another film of mine, Because I Love You, that starred Hollywood actor Chico Beneman, Dominique Perry, who's on an HBO show, Insecure, and there was a lot of people on that project. So I met Merlisa at the premiere, knew I wanted to work with her, so we just had to find the right project.
Okay. And why did you decide to use her in this current project?
Honestly, because I needed someone who was dope enough and beautiful enough to pull it off.
Aw. Thank you.
So sometimes, someone might have, the Hollywood look, but they don't have the acting skill. Okay. And I needed somebody with both. And I knew this would be a perfect role for her.
Right. Now, let me come back to Merlisa. When Joseph contacted you for this project and introduced the idea to you, what was your reaction?
My reaction to have Joseph Elmore call me on my phone, I was shocked, but then I was excited because, like he mentioned before, when I initially I met him. I actually attended his movie screening of his film Because I Love You, and that movie was outstanding. And I'm like, one day I will work with this director, so to actually have him contacting me and reaching out to me, I was really excited about that. And now to actually finally be on a set working with him, like magic is happening, and I'm just really excited.
Right. And this is certainly not the first time you're working in a Hollywood project.
No, this is not my first time working with a director who have worked on different Hollywood projects, but with Joseph Elmore, to know that he has basically written and direct most of his film, you know, and he also received like theater distributions, and for me, I was just excited about that because, as you know, Ernest, it's very difficult to get distribution with a lot of films. So to be able to work with a director who is able to get these different distributions and deals like that, it's something a lot of actors would pretty much die to work with.
We're speaking with Merlisa Determined and Joseph Elmore, actress and director respectively, in How to Get Away from Cheating. It is a film that is currently being shot in Houston, Texas. And so both people are speaking on the airwaves of Apex1 Radio, and you're listening to Here and There. So, Joseph, I come back to you. Under what production outfit is this film being produced?
Say that again for me?
Under what production company is this film being produced?
Under the Elmore Vision Entertainment production.
Okay.
What we did was I made movies for other people, and we've decided to make our own projects now. So Elmore Vision Entertainment, we're a small company, but we're growing super fast. We're getting investors. We're building bigger projects. The more we get, the bigger projects we'll do. Our next project is going to have like 3 different Hollywood actors attached to it already. You know, we're just going to keep growing and getting better and do bigger and bigger movies and bring them to the big screen.
That's interesting. And so for how long have you been filming?
I would say about 15 years. I shot my first short film. Yeah, about 15 years ago.
Okay. And for the current projects, how long have you been on location?
We started in March.
Okay. It's
shot as a studio film, so we're really taking our time with it, making sure it's right, because when it comes out, it's going to be amazing. It's going to have people laughing and joking and flipping out in the theater. It's also scary and spooky, and you know, Melissa scares everyone half to death.
Right.
So it's really, really cool movie. It's very entertaining. I know people are going to like it a lot.
Right, that's good. So, Melissa, tell me, what character are you playing in this film? And is it a role you enjoy playing?
The character that I'm playing in How to Get Away with Cheating, her name is Fabre. And this character, I am enjoying playing this character because it's touching on different elements as an actor that I've been longing to do. And working with Joseph Elmore on this project, he's actually pushing me into the direction I see myself going, as far as spreading my wings and taking on more difficult roles. So this character, she's quite different, and like he did mention that she is kind of scary, but she's scary in a beautiful way, I should say, because what you see is really not what you would expect from this character. You know, so throughout the movie, slowly but surely, you know, different things start to happen in her life. So I'm just really excited about this character, and it's like every day we're on set working with him, he throws something different at you. Like, he see what you do on screen, he likes it, but then he wants to tweak it a little bit to make it better. You understand? So for me, being on set, working with the director in that manner, it's kind of intimidating, but yet I enjoy it because I'm always up for a good challenge, Ernest, and you know that. You know, so I'm always up for a good challenge.
So is it a character you chose to do, or the production actually wanted you to do it?
No, I didn't choose it.
Okay.
I didn't choose it. Go ahead, Joseph.
No, I wanted her. I wanted her.
You wanted her in that role.
That was the actress who I wanted. Yeah, when I thought about the character, I had to think about who could play this type of role, because the woman, she goes through different phases. She's cute, she's adorable, she's sexy, but then she's crazy.
Right.
So it's so many different layers to the character. So you had to have someone who can pull it off visually and cognitively.
Right. Now, Joseph, tell me, close to 4 months now you've been working with Merlisa in this current project. What has been your experience working with this actress? Are you satisfied with what she's putting up so far?
I'm listening now, Joseph. I'm joking.
So much, in fact, that I keep writing more for her. You know what I mean? I'm as a writer. When you have an actress that's that dope, you just say, "Oh man, I gotta give her more. Let's put her here. Let's put her here. Let's do this as well." Because you have an opportunity when you have an actor this dope. You have an opportunity to make magic. You know what I mean? So if you put my writing with her acting, it's just going to create this firestorm of emotion. So it's like, let's keep challenging her. Let's try to put her here, and let's see what happens here, and let's see how scary she can get, and then let's see how sexy she can get, and then let's see how innocent she can be. So I just keep trying to put more on her, and it's been a pleasure to work with her. She's a lot of fun, and very, very, very professional.
Thank you.
And Merlisa, what challenges have you faced so far in these projects, if there are any?
Well, every project every movie set that you go to, there's always some challenges. But it's up to the actors to rise above those challenges, and make it work, not just for yourself, but all the actors that's involved in this project. And by the way, there are some great actors in this project that I'm working with. My first time working with, there's an actor by the name of Phil Wade. He's a comedian, and he cracks me up. It's hard to keep... Huh?
He's a YouTube sensation, by the way.
Yeah, on YouTube he has like millions of followers. And there's another actress by the name of Tasha. I don't know her last name. Help me, Joseph.
Tasha Denise?
Yes. And so working with these actors, and there's some other up-and-coming actors that I'm working with, which it's a pleasure. But I would say it's not many challenges, because one thing I've learned since working with Joseph Elmore, communication is the key.
Right.
Being able to communicate to him and get him to convey the message that he wants me to deliver on screen is very important. And one thing I don't know if that I get on his nerves, because I call him a lot. I can be reading and studying my script, and I'm like, you know what, I have an idea. I'm not sure if this is going to work. Let me call up Joseph to get his feedback on it. And he's always willing to talk it out. He's always willing to hash it out. He's always willing to see where my mind is, and vice versa. I'm always listening to his ideas on his vision on this character. And so far, it has really been great. There are a lot of directors that don't want you to communicate, like, hey, this is what I wrote, this is what you need to do, and hush up and go about your business. But with Joseph Elmore, completely the opposite. Completely the opposite. He's always there to listen, nurture, and to make sure that he gives you the tools that you need to succeed.
That's interesting. Now, Joseph, for the film that is being shot for over 4 months now, tells me that the cast should be very large. How many actors are you working with in this project?
30. very right now. Yeah, and it's it's definitely interesting dealing with so many different personalities. And you're talking about 30 main big personalities, so to speak. But it's always a pleasure. We've got some really good actors. These actors you're going to hear from for a long time. Candy Morgan, Robert Zambrano, Reagan Lewis, Gary Lynn Crawford, Felicia Peters, who's also an executive producer, and Tasha Denise is a producer, producing partner with me, but they're also talented actors. Sean Anderson's another talented actor. We've got a really, really great cast. And Phil Wade, like I said, he's an international, he's a YouTube sensation, and he's got a huge fan base. It's crazy the way people go crazy for Phil, but he's such a talented actor and comedian that it's just been a pleasure to work with all of them.
His name is...
Hopefully I didn't forget none of the main actors.
That's interesting. Joseph Elmore is his name. He is a Hollywood film director who's done a good number of projects, including The Trunk. He's also done Waters Rising, Speed Dating, Because I Love You, Message to My Unborn, and he's currently working on How to Get Away with Cheating. He's speaking live on Apex1 Radio with actress Merlisa Determined. Both people are speaking from Houston, Texas, where the film is currently being shot. So, Merlisa, I come back to you. How different is this current project from the previous ones you've done?
The difference is a different style in directing. As far as different directors, they all have their own distinguished style that you have to adapt to, because you can't leave one project and go to the next project and expect every director to be the same. No, every director I've worked with have something special in them, and with me being an actor who is like a sponge, I like to soak up information from each and every one of these directors. It all works out well for me, even with different producers that I've worked with, So it's so many different elements from one set to the next, and they're never the same. Even the actors that's on the set, you work with some actors with different acting abilities, different styles of acting. It's all about adapting to the environment that you're in.
And so, are you satisfied with what you've put in so far in this production?
I would... Ernest, you already know me. For every time, I don't like to see myself on screen, and I'm very critical. I always feel like I can do something better. I always feel like I can do more. So I'm never really satisfied. So to keep myself from going crazy, I just do whatever I have to do on screen, listen to the direction of the director, and just trust that he's leading me in the right direction, and just leave it alone. Because if it's up to me, I will be there doing my scenes over and over, like hundreds of times. So I just leave it alone and just try to do the best that I can do.
That's interesting. Now, Joseph, let us come back to some serious things. How to Get Away with Cheating. The title could be suggestive, and one may go with the quick impression that this story encouraging cheating. Is that the case?
Yes and no. Yes and no. What it does is it paints a picture for people. I've come across this topic a lot from women and from men, and there's two different sides to it. And so, with the How to Get Away with Cheating, I have a lot of friends of mine, male friends, who have done the craziest things to get out of getting caught cheating. So I thought, wouldn't it be great to show that side so women can understand the length that a man will go to in order to not get caught, but at the same time show men that you are going to get caught, period. So, and sometimes it can go horribly, horribly bad. And that's what makes a very interesting movie, that dichotomy of, good versus evil, fun versus danger, so to speak. And that's the thing that excites me about this movie, because you have all these different elements in it, where it's fun, it's exciting, and it's, oh man, we get all these women, it's wonderful. And then it's not so wonderful when things go bad. And so it's a cautionary tale for men.
Right. Now, so after watching this movie, what positive lesson do you think the viewer could go home with?
Yeah, I think they'll walk away with a better. First of all, women walk away with the understanding that they need when you're dealing with a man who is that type of guy. Because some women, they'll end up justifying it, and a lot of men will end up justifying what they do. But when this movie is over, you get to make a decision on what type of person you want to be yourself. You know what I mean? If you're going to be that type of person, accept what comes with it. Accept what comes with it. Some people are they fight against it. Like, if you're going to cheat, be a cheater. If you're going to be a cheater, be a cheater. If you're going to accept he's a cheater, accept it. But when you fight it, that's when you go crazy. And that's what happens in this film.
That's interesting. So how much time do you still have to be on set?
I think we got a couple more weeks of shooting, and then we go into post-production, and then we should be having a premiere sometime around October, November. We should be premiering the film.
October, November. And Merlisa, are you anxious? Is it one of those films you shoot and you sit back and you wait anxiously for its release?
I don't know if anxious is the word, because like I said, I really don't like to see myself on screen. I would say I'm patiently waiting.
Okay.
I'm patiently waiting and just trusting the direction, once the movie hits the editing floor, that everything will come full circle. So I would just, the safe word for me to use is patiently waiting. I'm not nervous about the production quality or anything like that. I'm 100% satisfied, and I am confident that it's going to do well, but I'm just patiently waiting. I'm not really in a rush to see myself in this character, but, it is what it is.
But if you were asked to market this film to potential viewers, what would you tell them? Why is it a film which you think everyone must watch?
Just to piggyback on what Joseph said, I mean, it's a film that will keep you entertained. It will keep you laughing, and it do have some scary elements in the film that will get you to second guess certain decisions that you would make in your life when it comes to cheating. Should I? Should I not? Every decision you make have a repercussion. So I just believe that this story is a guide on maybe what to do or what not to do. I don't know. It depends on each individual, what they take from this film. But it will definitely be worth the wait because there's so many different elements. It'll have you crying. It'll have you scared. It'll have you feeling sympathy for others, have you feeling sorry for different people. It's just so many different emotional roller coaster ride that this film will take you on. So I would suggest everyone, once it's time to be released, come see us in the theaters. It'll be worth it, I promise.
Beautiful.
And it'll definitely have you laughing.
That's great. Now, Joseph, you've done scores of other films, a couple of which I mentioned a while ago. How unique is this one going to be? How distinguished is this one going to be?
That's a good question. I think this is going to be my best project. And I'll tell you why.
What?
This project is a culmination of what I've learned as a filmmaker. So, the entertainment value, the quality, the shots, the acting, it's all put together. Usually when I finish a movie, I've learned something and I go, man, I wish I could have done this. I wish I could have done that. With this project, we're not going to leave no stone unturned. It's like I'm very meticulous with this one. I'm taking my time, and I'm making sure that I get on that screen what I want to see on that screen. So I'm really, really excited about it. I know it's going to entertain people. I know the story is a good story as well. And I've done previous projects where I've had different producers interfere with the creative process. But I've also learned from those very same producers. And so I'm taking what I've learned from them and I'm putting it in there as well. So I'm very critical of myself in this project. So with the talent and how wise I am to talk about how to make a movie, I just think this is going to be my biggest project yet. And it's going to do big, big numbers.
We're speaking with Joseph Elmore, the director of upcoming How to Get Away with Cheating, and he's accompanied on the show by one of the lead actresses, one of the lead characters, Merlisa Determined. Merlisa, back to you. Is Joseph the kind of director you would love to work with again and again?
Most definitely. I really, and I'm not just saying that because he's on the phone, but Joseph Elmore definitely is a director I would love to work with over and over again. Like I said, there's different elements from different directors that I always want to walk away with. And what I will be walking away with from working with Joseph Elmore on this project is, I would say, the consistency with his personality, the consistency that I see with how he deals with each actor individually. When you're working with a cast of that many people to that magnitude of 30 different characters, 30 different personalities, and see a director not lose his cool, keep his composure, and convey the message that he wants you to deliver with each individual character, that's something that I definitely will take away with me. Even in a stressful, his demeanor is the same. He's cool, he's calm. You understand? So when you're working with someone with that type of personality, it's easy for you as an actor to adapt and feel comfortable in the situation that you're in. You know, you can't fully become your character if you're stressed out and the director's stressed out and the whole environment is just going crazy. So to be able to work with a director with that type of level of training and experience under his belt, there's no way I can walk away from this film and not walk away with a positive experience. You understand? For me, learning is the key for me, and I've been learning so much from him. Even, oh my gosh, I just have to say this. Even actually being on set, and we're working on a scene, and he shoots the scene, and when the scene is done, visually he's seeing something else that he might want you to add to make it better, you know, or to spice up the scene or whatever. It's not written, but he's seeing it visually. So once that is done, he pulls you to the side and like, hey, this is what I need you to do. This is what I'm adding. Let's take this out. Let's put this in. And when you're getting like new directions right then and there on the spot, that can be intimidating, you know. But when you have a director who makes you feel confident in what you're doing, all the nerves go out of the window, and you're trusting his vision, and he's trusting you as a talent to deliver what it is that he needs. So it's great. Right. It's great, and I definitely hope to work with him again. Fingers crossed.
Right. So working on it now. Working on it now.
Beautiful. Now, so is she the kind of actress you won't hesitate to go for if the opportunity arises anytime, any day, Joseph?
She's a star. and anytime you have a chance to work with a star, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, some people, they want to be stars and they behave like stars, but they're not. They're not. Melissa's a star. So yeah, you get a chance to have a talent like that at your access. Life becomes a lot easier. I don't have to go searching for her or nothing like that. I just call her on the phone. Hey, this is a project. I'm gonna send you the script. I think you're gonna like it. Especially getting to know her and to know what she's capable of now after working with her. Absolutely, I see the sky's the limit. And oh my God, she Merlisa has this very, very cool demeanor. Reminds me of my mother, by the way, which is a good thing. But she can be really, really goofy, and that part shocked the heck out of me. But it just shows you her range to go from here to there. It's like, okay, so the sky really is the limit. Okay, that's good to know. And so, yeah, I'll be, writing the next project real soon.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So we're about to run off this radio conversation with Merlisa and Joseph. Merlisa, just before we go away, do you have any word for your fans?
Well, as always, I want to thank you guys so much, all of my fans on the continent of Africa and all over. I just want to thank you guys so much for showing me love. From day one, when I landed in Africa, I've received so much love and so much support throughout the years. And I just want to thank you guys so much. Thank you for supporting the different characters that I play. And I know it's a range of different characters, but I just want to thank you guys so much. Without your support, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I just want to say thank you guys so much, and I love you, Africa. Yay!
She loves you, Africa. Her name is Merlisa Determined. She's one of the lead characters in How to Get Away with Cheating by Joseph Elmore. Joseph, just before we run off this conversation, one last word to your people out there.
First of all, thank you for having me on. This has been a great experience. I've had opportunities to work in Africa, but they never worked out. So I'm definitely looking forward to doing that one day. And I would just say, look out for How to Get Away with Cheating. Look out for Elmore Vision Entertainment as a whole, EVE, with myself, my partners, Tasha Denise and Felucio Peters. And we're just going to keep on doing big work, bigger things. And if you're looking to invest, hit us up because we're trying to go global with this whole thing.
Beautiful.
So absolutely. And thanks again for having us on.
Thank you so much, Joseph. Wish you all the best. Do have a fantastic time with your actors on set. And we're looking forward to watching this great movie which you're currently doing. Merlisa, just before we run off, how can people who may need to work with you in the future get in touch with the artist?
Well, the easiest way to get in contact with me is always through my social media. I'm on Instagram, Merlisa Determined, Facebook, Merlisa Determined, Twitter, Merlisa D World, and that will be the best place to reach me. Best, fastest, and easiest way to reach me. It's always a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure, Merlisa. Thank you so much. We wish you all the best as well. And we're looking forward to watch that movie which you're doing. It's always nice to watch your work. So thank you so much, and do have a fantastic rest of the time out there in Houston.
Thank you, Ernest.
All right.
Always a pleasure talking to you.
Bye for now.
All right, Ernest.
All right. Bye,
Okay,
Joseph.
bye-bye.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you again for tuning in with Apex1 Radio. Stay with us on www.apex1radio.com. Apex1 Radio, your radio.